Hey everyone, Mango7Roll here. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Epic 7, and this is a massive one, I guess. This is pretty huge. There is a lot of really cool and good things to talk about today. So we're going to go over all of that with you. I have not seen the update notice, but I saw the Korean live stream. Again, everybody should give a big shout out and a big thank you to Tenha. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. He translates everything live on the Care live stream. So it's just perfect for us, and without his ability to give us all this information, we wouldn't be able to talk about it for a while. So again, big shout out to him. Give him a sub, all those shenanigans. And let's get into this here. Let's do the update notice first, because I know how exciting the stuff later is, and I wanna see what this is first. I want to end on a high note. So update notice, this is coming soon. We have Abyss Floor 100 is coming to the airs with this update. I do know the rewards for that. We'll take a look at it in a little bit. We're getting Chapter 9, Episode 2. A lot of people are really hyped about the story lately, so I'm really excited for this. Hopefully we get some cool rewards here. So we're going to get a crit damage necklace. I can only assume that's crit damage, okay. Really good subs on this crit damage necklace, only 55%, but 55% is really good if you end up rolling a bunch of attack percent on this, or crit chance maybe. Speed isn't always the best on destruction sets, but I like the other stats. So ideally here, you really just want to get your subs and attack percent or crit chance, but this is going to be a fantastic neck, a good opportunity for every level of game player right now. We're also getting Abyss Floor 100. Which means if you're watching this video today, I really hope you didn't purify your Abyss, because this is coming out tonight and you will miss your entries for the day if you decided to do that. So Floor 100 is 15 gold transmit stones. I'm actually kind of sad about that, specifically because I thought with the new light and dark things, that's where we were going to get these. But I am pretty excited nonetheless. 15 transmit stones is 15 transmit stones, so that is pretty cool. We'll also get more stigma and everything too for the reputation and for the daily thing. The Charlotte remake, I'm just going to gloss over here, because this is something we already know. We've already talked about a lot. I don't think anything changed, and she's got such a unique and weird kit right now. I don't know what to say about her until we see her in action. That said, we do know ML Charlotte is coming, and she is busted, IMO. She's absolutely busted, and yeah, so this banner that is coming up, which is Charlotte and Holy Sacrifice, is super whale bait, because so many whales are going to be trying to triple S their Charlotte, or the ML Charlotte, because of this banner, and because ML Charlotte is so good, and we will see her in just a little bit, so I'm really excited for that. Week 3, Bittersweet Dessert Festival. My entire hope for Week 3 was that we get the artifact for free, but I don't think we will. For those of you who are always asking me if I got Cerise's artifact yet, I will give you an update. No, of course not. I'm 5 Cerises in, pity twice, 0 artifacts so far. Completely out of resources, which is bad news with what's coming here. Guiding Light is a bonus here. So, like, how hard is it to just give us the artifact, you know? We're getting Idolia, which is really exciting here as well. That's another ML pet. More gear as well. Oh, she's so adorable. So adorable. Oh, good. I was really wondering about this. People were wondering what to do with their excess materials. I'm glad they added this to allow us to throw away our excess stuff. It's not very much, but it's something. Improvements will be made for skill enhancements so that those will increase in decibel numbers, will display the numbers up to the 10th digit. Okay, that's just a display thing. Cool. Monster stuff. Cool. Other improvements. Improvements will be made so that when a player purchases 5 or more of an item, a pop-up display for confirmation of the purchase. Ton of people have bought like hundreds of arena flags, so that sucks, and I'm really glad it's gonna help out. And a bunch of other stuff here. Mystic Summon adjustment. The required number of Mystic Summons will be adjusted after the update, depending on the number of Mystic Summons made using excess Mystic Metal purchase. Oh, this is for the this is for the bug abusing people. Okay, so that is the patch that's coming. Now let's get into the actual juicy stuff. This artifact is literally just plaguing me. Like, I don't even know what to do anymore with this artifact. Like, it's so frustrating having 5 Cereses and no artifact. Like, how is that a thing? It is the most frustrating thing in the world. And not only that, but I'm gonna get like demolished from the event too because I don't have it. So it's like a double punch Mango in the face. It is so frustrating, but we will deal with it. Okay, so let's look at the live stream recap here. Again, give Tenha a Subarino and all those sorts of things, a follow, a like, a comment. Help him out there for all the support he gives back to us. This is posted by Anime Technology. I'm not sure where he got his translations from, though. So we're getting Abyss 91 to 188, Lifesteal Gear, Powder, Mystic Metals, Gold Transmit Stones, and Gold. We're getting pretty insane gear here. So the weapon has HP, attack speed, crit chance, really solid. There's not many better stats than this, and honestly, possibly the best combination you can put on here. Crit damage might be great as well, but I'd rather have crit chance than crit damage. Helm is the same as the weapon, absolutely beautiful helm. The armor is pretty close to the same. No crit damage on this set at all, basically. An effect res, it would be nice if this was like effectiveness or something, but still great. The boots are huge attack, 65% there. HP, speed, crit chance, and again, unfortunately, effect resistance. And the neck and ring are the same. So this entire set has the potential to be your highest speed set in existence. So I really hope everybody gets lucky here. The neck is really unfortunate. It's attack percent instead of crit damage or anything else, but it is still a very solid neck, especially with these substats. So don't just toss it aside just because it's attack percent and not crit damage or crit chance. And again, the difference between somebody who gets lucky on this gear and somebody who gets trash is so fast. So I really hope I'm one of the lucky ones. So I hope you are too. So rate up Charlotte and Holy Sacrifice. Kawerik, Fire 5-star mage. So he is a Fire 5-star mage. I was really hoping he wasn't. But let's take a look at his video here, because it is great. It is absolutely great. So let's watch this preview video and bask in his glory. We're just gonna watch his skill animation. So let's put it about this volume. It is so beautiful. Look at his face. Look at his face right here, right there. Oh my god, when he goes bonkers, batshit insane at the end there, just so cool, so unbelievably cool. Absolutely love this. I really hope they have English versions in this as well. And you should watch this whole thing. It tells about his backstory, specifically with Vivian here. And I love how they do this. This is the VA. This is the VA. The VA is insane. So he does his favorite voice line here. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Okay, well, I'll go do that after. You guys are like, Mango, just show me the skills. I don't care about this. So these are his stats: 119 speed, 1300 attack. Again, as a mage, 4200 HP, so he's gonna get like 7k by the time he's got full gear on. He's gonna be super squishy. 652 defense, which is actually really high for a mage. 23% crit chance base, which is also fantastic here, which means he does get it through Awakening. His self imprint is 18% attack, so he's even more damagey because of that. Pretty nutso here. Anybody hidden in here? There's nobody hidden. And his skills, so Dimensional Corridor, his skill 3 draws the enemy. This is skill 2 actually. Draws the enemy into subspace and attacks with a 75% chance each to dispel 1 buff before increasing skill cooldown by 1 turn twice. Increases speed of the caster for 2 turns, and damage dealt is proportionate to the target speed. Oh, the target speed. I thought the damage dealt was proportionate to his speed. Oh, that's kind of cool. It also ignores effect resistance, so it's 100% chance with some burns there. This little piece of my hair is pissing me off. 2 souls for that as well. So with a 75% chance each to dispel 1 buff before. Oh, okay, I get it. So 75% chance to dispel, and then skill cooldown twice. So 2 checks for skill cooldown, 1 check for dispel. And depending on his multipliers, this is going to do insane amounts of damage. And we can see this right here. Gets rid of everything. No damage on that though, so hopefully that's showing that gear instead of everything else. Dimensional Explosion, which is his skill 3. This locks all enemies within subspace before triggering an explosion, penetrates defense by 30% when the caster is granted increased speed. Damage dealt increases proportionate to the caster's speed. So this is brutal. This is brutal. Defense penetration is such a huge thing. It is absolutely massive. If anybody knows who Lucian is, this is very reminiscent of that for an opener. Granted, you will need like an attack buff maybe, and you'll probably need Rused for a speed buff, which I just 6-starred to get this off first turn. But overall, this is pretty nutso. I'm really happy with his ability. Defense Pen, Fire Mage seems good. And of course, it just looks insane. Right here, right there. You know what I'm talking about. Look at that. I want to pause right there. Like, look at his... Right? Look at his face. He's like, ha 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 ha. Then he's like, ha 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 ha. Then he's like, ha 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 ha. Ha! And he's just gonna destroy you. I love it so much. I love it so very much. And then his skill 1, are they gonna show it here? They showed his skill 1, but I can't find it. But his skill 1 is basically give a... What is his skill 1? How come I can't find his skill 1? Silence. It's a silence on his skill 1. I know that, but I can't find where it says it here. Here we go. Approaches the enemy through subspace and attacks with a 50% chance to silence for 1 turn, with speed scaling as well. And again, 119 base speed, pretty massive. And his artifact here is basically a reverse Alansanok's Rage. So this is at the start of the battle and increases the caster's critical hit chance by 24%. So you can use this without having a 100% chance to crit. I just realized you guys can't see the whole screen. Mango is an idiot. And then you'll be able to start off the battle with like 74% chance or 76% chance to crit and have that initial 100% for your first skill. I'm not sure if this is going to be better than Portrait, but sometimes you don't have an option of what's better than Portrait. Sometimes you just can't get a 100% chance to crit. And then that's that. Also, who in their right mind would dislike this video? Like, come on, team. Okay, that is Kawerik. That is pretty hype. This artifact, I'm not sure what to think about, to be entirely honest, but I'm excited. He's also being released right after Cerise is gone. I forget the date for it. It was like the 13th. See if they say it here. They don't say when, but it was right after Cerise goes away. So not this week, but the week after. Hellraid coming out on the 19th. And there's a lot of changes going on with Hellraid, and I'm not sure what to say until we see it, but it looks like a very positive change. Basically, Hellraid is going to reset every month. There's going to be all the bosses. There's going to be an instant teleport to the boss. There's going to be 1 boss kill per entry. There's going to be guaranteed first clear drops for Hellraid. This guy doesn't put the stats, but they looked kind of wonky. There was a couple good pieces, but like not all of them were the best. There was an immunity necklace that was fantastic. I will try to find that in a second though. And a couple other things too. I'm not sure if this is going to be more or less gear than previously. Obviously you get a guaranteed each time here, but let's say we had all 5 bosses released right now. Imagine killing all 5 bosses every single week for 4 weeks in a row versus 1 kill per month guaranteed loot. Like, which one has more loot? I have no idea. This is something we'll have to see. So yeah, so we've got ML Charlotte as well. Let's go take a look at her, and by God, is she insane, both in the visuals and in everything else. Here we go. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. Who dislikes this? Like, come on. She is so cool. The idea behind her lore here, I really would watch this as well. A lot of her skills were based around like a big princess queen thing, executing people with a sword, which is super cool. And are you ready for a skill? Because like her skills are something else, like absolutely something else. So here are her base stats. Just kidding. Here are her base stats. 1119 attack, 6266 health, 109 speed, 627 defense, 12 0.9% HP, and then defense self imprint here. She's got very bruiser-like stats, so she doesn't really excel in anything, but she is exceptional at most things. Her self imprint seems unfortunate. 18% defense, not the greatest, but the health percent is a solid bonus here. The Will of Lemaire. So this one is brutal. Smashes the enemy with a sword and attacks, penetrates 50% of defense, deals increased damage against dark elements, LOLOLOL, and recovers health of the caster proportionate to the damage dealt. And it also grants her an extra turn. We do not know her modifiers yet, so when anybody is focused on damage like this, it really depends on her modifiers, so that's something we will see as we go on with the next data mine. So this could be anywhere from bonkers to doing no damage, right? We have no idea, but we can only assume as an ML5 it's going to do ridiculous amounts of damage. And again, one thing I just mentioned, penetrates defense is insane, absolutely insane of an ability, especially with increased damage to dark elemental enemies. Like, I feel like this has got to just one-shot anybody dark. I have no idea, but I feel like it has to. And then her next ability, which is her skill 1, gives her immunity for 1 turn anytime she attacks with a sword before granting the caster immunity for 1 turn. So I'm assuming if you put her on counter set, she can proc herself immunity just off of that, if I'm correct. So you can essentially just keep her. She's a warrior too, so she can't Elbrus, but you can keep her. She's a warrior, right? Before everybody yells at me, I'm pretty sure she's a warrior. I just want to double check. Yeah, she's a warrior. Okay, so you can't Elbrus, but with a counter set, you'll be able to proc this a lot, I assume, and that seems pretty good. And then are you ready for her passive? I don't know what they're doing with this passive, but decreases damage suffered from a critical hit by 30%. That is just herself. And then decreases damage suffered from a critical hit for all allies except for the caster by 10%. And this goes up to 15% from that, which is Adamant Shield, basically. So she's basically an Adamant Shield on a big stick. And then when more than 1 damage reduction, blah, 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 increases combat readiness of the caster by 15% when she suffers a critical hit. So she is honestly pretty brutal. Absolutely great. Was pretty much close to what I was expecting. A bruiser of sorts that was pretty effective, you know? And I feel like she's pretty effective. She's got bruiser, she's got damage reduction, she's got tons of damage, she's got extra damage against dark. She's got everything. And you also have to remember, one of the best ways to answer specific units is to drop a bait for them. Like, for example, if you want to stop a collie, what do? You bring a light bait. If you want to stop a Ravi, what do? You bring a light bait. If you want to stop a trying to think of a light unit that does damage that's single target. If you want to stop a light unit that does damage at single target, what do? You bring Apocalypse Ravi or a dark unit. So if you try to bait this with that, she's going to get that extra damage against that target. So that's going to make it much harder to bait for reasons like that. So that's really cool to consider as well. So yeah, let me go searching really quickly for some other things that we missed. Like, I'd like to see the Hell Raid gear and a couple other things really quickly here. And then we'll figure out what else to talk about. Okay, so I found the translations of the stats. And again, this is from Tenha. Big shout out to him. That I recorded when I was watching his stream. I can't find it anywhere else, so we'll use my notes. So the weapon that we're getting from Hell Raid, these are all the guaranteed pieces of gear everybody gets. Eye level 88. It's a hit weapon, which if you have been following me, you know all I want is literally anything but a hit weapon. But I'm still happy for hit weapons. But this one is health, speed, crit, and effectiveness, which misses the mark. Hit is really important to have attack percent with it. So many people that have hit weapons or hit sets really desperately want attack percent with it. So not having attack percent on this weapon really sucks to me, but obviously it can be really good. The helm is attack set, health, attack, crit damage, effectiveness. Really solid helm. Again, I would like it if you know, like, I'd honestly, like, for attack sets with such a focus on effectiveness and health, I would honestly just rather get rid of the crit damage and add speed or defense percent or something, because there's so many attack set people that I just want to boost my attack as high as possible without crit damage. That's just me personally, but this looks like a really good piece as well. The boots are the one most people I saw complaining about. The defense set, so 65% defense, 8 health, 5 speed, 8 effect res, and 8 effectiveness. These are obviously not ideal. There's so many better options. We'd rather have speed, we'd rather have attack, we'd rather have HP. There's so many better things, but this is still fantastic. Keep in mind, defense is a very, very solid stat, and especially for all those Guild Wars situations. There's so many high-end Guild Wars that can be won with a light bait or a dark bait with all of the defense and all of the HP. That's all you need. If you ever have trouble with something like an Akali, a pair of boots like this is going to be bonkers and awesome for enabling you for stopping a team like that. You can throw this on a General Purgus, you can throw this on a Kickerat, you can throw this on so many other tanks like that and just be super fine. So keep in mind, don't just throw these on the wayside. It still has huge potential for a lot of different units. And I do think in the future, we will see a lot more use for defense percent piece. The ring is insane. It's attack percent main, destruction set, 8% defense, 7% crit damage, 5% crit rate, 8% effectiveness. Again, we talked about the difference in power level on somebody who rolls well versus somebody who rolls bad. And this ring, for somebody who rolls all crit damage, crit rate, versus somebody who rolls all effectiveness, is bonkers. Like, it's the difference of being able to cleave everything and not cleave anything. You know, like, it's such a big difference in power. So that's one of my biggest complaints with these pieces of gear is it's such a huge risk reward factor and such like determinant on people's gear. So the neck as well is bonkers. I'm actually super excited for the neck. I need this so bad. This is going to be a straight upgrade to my Maid Chloe. I think even if I got this to plus 15, so immunity set 65% HP, and got no substat increases, it would still be better than my neck on my Maid Chloe that I use everywhere. So I can't even over this neck. HP percent, 8% health, 8% attack, 5 speed, 8% effectiveness. It could obviously be better with defense percent with effect res over effectiveness for some people, but this is insane and I'm super, super happy for it. Whew. So that's it. That's a lot of stuff. We talked a lot. This is a really, really, really exciting thing, exciting week. They also said next week they're going to talk about some more things. I'm trying to remember what they were because I forget now. I think they were going to talk more about Hell Raid. And I can't remember what else. So we're just going to end here super awkwardly. Isn't that exciting? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. LOL. Thank you so much for your support, and I will talk to you folks later. Have a wonderful day. Bye, everybody.